This podcast is brought to you by Enlightening Learners Academic Coaching and Tutoring Services.
In this presentation, we're going to learn how to determine functions and determine whether a relation is a function. Your guided questions. A function is a specific type of problem that it's actually called functional notation, where instead of using a y equals 2x minus 7, they use f of x equals 2x minus 7. Now, function is a special kind of relation. A relation is an operation or series of operations that maps one number onto another. So the importance about a function is that each input has only one output, and that's the critical part of a function. So what I mean by is this. Let's give a series of values 0, 1, and 3. Now, in order for this to be functional, regardless of what I plug in, I'm going to get a unique value out. So when I plug in a 0, 1/3 of 0 minus 2 is equal to a negative 2. 1/3 of 1 minus 2 is a negative 1 1/3. Excuse me, negative 1 2/3. And 1/3 of a 3 minus 2 is a negative 1. So when we plug in a 0, we get out a negative 2. When we plug in a 1, we get out a negative 1 2/3. And when we plug in a 3, we get out a negative 1. At this point, this equation is functional because for every input, I've got one unique output. And every time I plug in a 0, I would get in and get out a negative 2. That's still functional because I plugged the same number in twice. I should get the same number out. That's the important statement about functional. So in a functional, once again, the domains are your x values and the range are all of your y values. Now the way this is read is f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. And what this means is that I'm going to plug in a negative 2 in for my x. F of negative 2 is equal to 2x plus 1. F of negative 2 is equal to 2, negative 2 plus 1. And I'll continue to simplify. So I've given these values and I'm going to plug them into this equation and then simplify. This is a 40 plus 9, f of negative 8 equals 49. Notice that I'm using the same equation each time.